Before we get into the latest news and rumors surrounding the New York Knicks, if you bleed orange and blue and you're ready for the season to come up, because we are a couple weeks away, subscribe to the channel, because I can promise you guys this. No other channel on YouTube is going to put out more content that covers the Knicks than we do. We're going to put out videos every single day. We're going to do post-game live watch parties, and we might even go live for the game. So if you love the Knicks and you're looking for a one-stop shop on YouTube throughout the 2022 NBA season, lock us in, hit that big red button, and help us get to 14,000 subs. You are watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have some big news to get to coming out of Knicks training camp. And then at the tail end of the show, we're going to touch on Jae Crowder because there's a lot of rumors coming out. Should the Knicks trade for him? I saw one website that does Knicks content says they listed 4 reasons the Knicks should trade for him. I'm going to give you my opinion on if the Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder. But first, let's get to the news of the day. Quentin Grimes did not practice on the second day of Knicks training camp. He was actually in a walking boot at Knicks training camp. Didn't practice on Tuesday or Wednesday. He did practice on Tuesday, but he did not practice today. He was in a walking boot. The Knicks say it's not serious. That's what Ian Begley had to say about the Quentin Grimes injury update. He said, Quentin Grimes practiced yesterday, but did not practice today due to left foot soreness. He's in a walking boot, which is viewed by New York as a precaution. The ailment is currently seen as minor. So, not the biggest news in the world surrounding Quentin Grimes, but it is an injury. And at this point, you got to be a little bit concerned. Some injuries have popped up throughout Quentin Grimes' career. We'll talk about that in a second here. But look, second day of training camp, his foot sore, and he's already in a walking boot. Not good news for the Knicks if you ask me. Your foot just doesn't get sore because of one day of practice. There's probably something a little bit wrong with his foot, I would say. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to speculate. But I don't want this to be something that hovers over Grimes for the rest of the season. Let's show Quentin Grimes some love, because I know a lot of you guys like him. I'm a big Quentin Grimes fan, and the Knicks need him out there. So type 6 in the comment section to show our guy QG some love. The Knicks, they need Quentin Grimes to be healthy this year. He is their best perimeter defender, and he is the guy that I think fits best next to the stars that the Knicks have, like Jalen Brunson and R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. Quentin Grimes is the guy that fits best next to those guys. He's willing to play defense. He's willing to play full court press. He's willing to give it all, his all on the defensive end of the court. He's willing to not shoot a lot of shots, just move on offense, be a floor spacer, and catch it and let it rip from downtown. The Knicks need him out there if they want to reach his true potential and their true potential this year. It's upsetting that Grimes got hurt, and it's upsetting that he got hurt in his rookie season because he started to really get some minutes before he had that shoulder injury. Only averaged 6 points as a rookie, didn't play a lot of minutes, had 0.7 steals per night. But as a rookie, 38% from 3 is really, really good. 40% from the field, not so good. But 38% from 3 as a rookie is really, really impressive. And a lot of people are like, why are we so high on a guy that only scored 6 points per game his rookie year? It's because when he got the minutes, when he played more than 20-plus minutes per night, which happened just 15 times during his rookie year, he showed up and he showed out. 12 points per game, a steal and a half, 44% from the field, and 44% from 3. What does that tell you? When he gets the burn, when he gets the playing time, when he gets the PT that is needed, he's going to be able to produce. And that's why the Knicks need him out there, because I truly believe he could be one of the Knicks' best players if he's able to stay healthy and get on the basketball court. And he was one of the Knicks' best players when he started the 6 ball games that he did during this past year. He only started 6 games, but he averaged 13.3 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, more than assists per night, and he was great shooting the ball. He's such an efficient basketball player. Doesn't need a lot of shots, doesn't need to put the ball on the deck. He's cool with guarding the other team's best perimeter offensive player, best wing guy, and he's cool with just letting it rip from 3, and he does it at a really high percentage, 44% from 3. But this is now the second injury that Quentin Grimes has had in his second season in the NBA. Missed a lot of time due to that shoulder injury, or that knee injury, had his knee dislocated. And now, well, I don't think he's going to miss some time, but it's not the best news that he's already in a walking boot in the second day of Knicks training camp. So I want to ask you guys, are you worried about Quentin Grimes' durability? This is the second injury he's had early on in his NBA career. I wouldn't say I'm worried, but I don't want this to become a trend. I don't want Quentin Grimes to be a guy that is a what-if guy. What if he stayed healthy? You know, one of those. I'm not saying that. He will be that. I'm not saying that. But I don't want us to go down that path. So I'll ask you, are you worried about Grimes' durability? Type Y for yes, or you can go down and type N for no. I'm not worried, but I don't want this to become a recurring theme for Grimes. I love the kid. I think he could be a great player in the NBA and a great player for the New York Knicks. Our Real One shirts are selling fast. They're selling like hotcakes. They are flying off the shelves. Get yourself a Real One Knicks Now t-shirt today. Go to chatsports.com/realknicks. It's right there. Chatsports.com/realknicks. And if you get a t-shirt, when it comes in the mail, put it on, take a picture, and send it to me on Twitter @MarshallGreen_, and we'll put you up on the show. So get a shirt, chatsports.com/realknicks. When you put it on, take a picture of it, and we'll send you we'll put it up on the screen, and we'll show you some love on the show. Chatsports.com/realknicks. A lot of people have been hitting me up saying, Marsh, should the Knicks trade for Jae Crowder? He's forcing his way out of Phoenix. Him and the Phoenix Suns have agreed to mutually part ways. He's not going to show up to training camp, and they're both working on a deal, working towards a deal and finding a deal for him to be traded away from the Phoenix Suns. A lot of people, Marsh, should we trade him? There was a site, Knicks content creator site that put out an article saying 5 reasons why the New York Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder. I'll give you my thoughts on if a Jae Crowder trade really makes all that much sense for the New York Knicks. But let's go to what Jae Crowder said on Twitter the other day. He said, "One must seek work where he is wanted, where he is needed. I am thankful for what these past 2 years have taught me. Now I must take on another challenge with continued hard work and dedication. For those of you who closed the door on me, thank you. 99 will be back soon." He's done playing for the Phoenix Suns, no doubt about it. And I think he might fit this play style of the New York Knicks. But this is what Shams Charania had to say about Jae Crowder. He said, "Sources tell me that both the Suns and Crowder are now working towards finding him a trade out of Phoenix. There was rumors that he's upset with the owner, and rightfully so. He doesn't like the culture. He's ready to move on. And that makes a lot of sense for Jae Crowder. But does it make sense for the New York Knicks? I'll start off by saying this. Jae Crowder is a Tom Thibodeau guy through and through. A guy that's willing to play defense for 48 minutes. A guy that ain't scared of nothing. That ain't going to back down, and he's going to play defense in your face all night long. And he could shoot the three. He's a winning basketball player. It seems like every team that makes a finals run now has Jae Crowder on it. The Heat and the Suns. He is a winning basketball player, no doubt about it. But when you think about it from the Knicks' point of view and the way their roster's set up, and we'll show you the roster in a second, there is no need for Jae Crowder on this basketball team. It really makes no sense. The Knicks' identity this year needs to be playing the youth, having those guys get better, give them the minutes they deserve. Adding in Jae Crowder, unless you're going to package a couple of young guys to go get him, which I am completely against, it makes no sense for the Knicks to trade for Jae Crowder. Because when you look at this lineup, you have, and it could be Quentin Grimes, or it could be Evan Fournier starting at the 2. I have Grimes pictured there because that's just what I want to happen, and I'm trying to speak it into existence. But, look, you already have Reddish, you already have Fournier, you already have Grimes, you already have Toppin, you already have Randall. Because Crowder can theoretically play the 2, the 3, or the 4. He's really a positionless basketball player. He can guard all positions 2 through 4, and he can spot up and shoot threes. It makes sense. I get it. But if you trade for Jae Crowder, that means Quentin Grimes' minutes are going to go down. That means Cam Reddish's minutes are going to go down. That means Obi Toppin's minutes are going to go down. And do we want to give another veteran to Tom Thibodeau that he's going to play 35 minutes per night and take away from the minutes for guys like Reddish, Toppin, and Grimes? No, I don't want to do that. I would not trade for Jae Crowder. I don't think it makes all that much sense. I like Jae Crowder as a player. He can D up. He can shoot the three. He's a winning basketball player. He has a high basketball IQ. He's always on teams that are good. But I don't think the Knicks have a roster spot or a need for a guy, quite frankly, like Jae Crowder on this roster. But I'll ask you what you think. Because look, it's not just all about what I say and my opinions. I call you guys real ones because you bleed orange and blue, and I respect the hell out of your basketball opinions. So let me know what you think in the comments. Should the Knicks trade for Jae Crowder? Type T for trade, type P for pass. I'm going with pass. Seeps, what do you think about this?
For the Knicks, I would go pass too. I think you made a great point. He is a Tibbs guy. Like, he really
100%.
is a Tibbs guy through and through. And you would love to have a 3-and-D guy on the Knicks, but I just think if you're gonna kind of cut off the potential of guys like Obi, even Grimes. I mean, Grimes is almost what you, I guess, hope his final potential.
Play style, absolutely.
Similar to Jae Crowder. So, I don't know. You also still got guys like Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett. There's a lot of guys in that 2 to 4 range for the Knicks. I would say pass too.
Yeah, like, could you make the argument that it makes the Knicks better? No doubt about it. Because could you have a starting lineup of, let's say, Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Jae Crowder, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson? Like, that makes sense, right? But it's not all just about winning ball games this year for the Knicks. You have to figure out who Cam Reddish is. You have to find out more about Quentin Grimes. You've got to find out who Obi Toppin is. He's 24, and he's entering year 3. I need Quickly playing a lot of minutes. I want Derrick Rose playing a lot of minutes. I want Isaiah Hartenstein playing some minutes at the 5 and the 4. You trade for a guy like Jae Crowder. We know that Tom Thibodeau is going to play the vets.
Yes.
In 2K, I'd do it. It makes sense.
Yes. And plus, I mean, who would you give up? Like,
yeah.
There's no guy in the roster you would even give up just straight up for Jae Crowder right
yeah.
now.
I see some people in the comment section are trade Julius Randle, but no. No, not going to happen for the Knicks. Not going to happen for the Suns. I get some people may want him, but I don't think it makes sense going forward for the New York Knicks. This is a year about development and getting the youth guys and figuring out what they have to offer for the Knicks. I appreciate everybody making New York Knicks Now a part of their day today. Hit me up on Twitter. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_. Everybody that follows me from today's video, I'll give you a follow back. Just follow me. Either send me a DM or mention me and be like, yo, Marsh, I came from the Quentin Grimes injury news video, and I'll make sure to give you a follow back.